To you all, and welcome to the STEM Digital School for Social Sciences, Grade 5. On behalf of the school management and myself, I would love to extend our warmest greetings to everyone at home and everyone who's watching this. Thank you very much for joining us again. I hope you guys enjoyed your lockdown holidays. We are back, live and stronger than before. You should tell your friends to come join us, please. So I'm going to be your host, your presenter for Social Sciences, Grade 5. My name is Boitumelo Mukwena. As you can see, that's my picture over there. And if you have any questions about this subject after hours, I'm gonna drop my email. I have a question concerning this topic that we'll be doing today. Please do not hesitate to write on the group chat, or you can raise your hand. I'll unmute you so we can talk. So, boys and girls, let's get down to the business of the day. As we all know that the subject social science is like a twin plug. It has two subjects inside it. We have geography and history. So we have to balance the equation and teach them both. Today we'll be doing geography, and then next week we'll focus on history, because we have to learn. For social sciences concerning geography will be based on high and low places. High and low places. So guys, who has an idea of what our lesson will be about when I say high and low places? You can raise your hand, or you can write on the group chat if you have any idea of what our lesson will be based on. Who wants to talk to me first? High and low places. Okay, guys, let's continue since nobody is saying anything. So we all then have an idea. Let's get down to, okay, somebody's saying on the group chat, Amo is saying we'll be talking about buildings, and then Ngudu is saying the mountains and the sea. Who else? Let's move. Okay, guys, we're gonna find out on what we'll be talking about today. Just chill and listen. Okay, before moving to our topic today, I want us to do a little bit of a recap of what we did in term 1, so that you can safely move to term 2's topic without any distraction. So in term 1, you learned about how to study map of Africa and the world. So here you learned about different types of map, because we have different types of map, the map of the world, the map of Africa, and we also have the map of South Africa. So you have learned about that at your schools, and you have also learned that the world is round, right? We've also learned how to use the 8 compass direction. Your teachers must have told you that we have 8 compass directions, which are north, south, east, and west. The other one are northeast, southeast, southwest, and northwest. I believe you still remember all those. If you don't, you can say it, I'm gonna prepare a lesson for you guys to remind you. You've also learned how to discover the names of oceans around Africa. So in here, you learned that Africa is actually surrounded by water, right? And then, and that we have Atlantic and Indian Ocean, as well as the Mediterranean Sea and the Red Sea. I believe you still remember all those things as well. You have also learned how to identify the names of South African big cities. As in Africa, there are cities which we consider them big. Here in South Africa, we have Johannesburg. Johannesburg is part of the African big cities. And also in Nigeria, there's Lagos, which is also part of the African big cities. We've also learned about how to identify South African neighbors on the map. Just like you also have neighbors in your house. Like there are people who are staying around the place. You call them neighbors. So even South Africa also has neighboring countries. Okay. So you have also learned about those, that we have neighboring countries such as Lesotho, Swaziland, Mozambique, Zimbabwe, Botswana, and Namibia. And lastly, not lastly, you also learned how to find places on the physical map of Africa. And lastly, you have learned how to study photograph of places in Africa. So if I can give you a photograph and say, this is the city of, let's just say the city of Johannesburg, you'll be able to identify it, that this is the city of Johannesburg or Lagos or any other places. Are we clear, guys? Let's move. So our overview topic, which is the that we'll be looking at, it's about physical. So this time, and then these are the features on the Earth surface that has been formed by nature. So we'll be learning about the features that have been formed by nature in this topic, and such as the features that are formed by nature are water, mountains, and lakes. So these are the things that we'll be looking as well in this topic. So today we'll be looking at the high and low areas of South Africa. And then the following day we'll be looking at mountains, rivers, and waterfalls. And we'll also look at South African coastal areas. And we'll also deal about why people live where they live. And we'll also know how people change the land. All right. So please stay tuned. Today's focus will be based on, we will learn about South Africa from above. So imagine as if you are on the air right now, or maybe let's just say we are in a plane, we are above South Africa. So today we'll be learning about South Africa from above. We will be on air learning on the things that are below. We learn about high and low places. So in South Africa, some lands are only few meters above sea level, and others are 2 or 3,000 meters above sea level. So we also learn about that some lands are above 2 to 3,000 meters above sea level, and others are only few meters above. So I'm gonna lead you on that as well. We also learned about that a sea level is a place where the land meets the sea. You see? So we also look at that today. But before looking at those things, we need to learn about the important keywords for our topic today. We have features. So features are parts of something that help us identify it. It can be a river, it can be a mountain, it can be lakes or waterfall. These are the things that help us to identify it, because we'll see that that is a river, and then we'll be able to identify it because there's water. We also have sea level. A sea level is the point where the land meets the sea. So it's a point where the land meets the sea. And then we also have a relief. A relief describes where the land is higher or lower. So a relief tells us that it will tell us where the land is higher or lower, and then the altitude is the height that a place is above sea level. So altitude is the height that a place is above sea level. And we also have the coastal plain. The coastal plain is a flat area close to the sea. If you have been in the sea before, or maybe we can say the river, it's a coastal plain is a flat area close to the sea level. It's where the land meets the sea. Okay, the coastal plain is also known as the sea level. We also have the plahu. The plahu is a large area of high and flat land. It's the large area of a high and flat land. So it is the area that is above sea level. And we also have the escarpment. The escarpment is a steep land on the edge of the plateau. So these three goes hand in hand. Okay, you will learn about it as we continue. All right, so high and low places of South Africa. As I've told you, on the other side that we have the coastal plain. The coastal plain it's flat and close to the sea. As you can see here, it is flat and close to the sea. And then the plahu is an area that is up there and it is flat. All right, so let's continue. Okay, listen guys. Let's read this thing. Imagine flying in an aeroplane over South Africa from Cape Town to Johannesburg. You will be able to see how some places are higher than others. The relief of an area describes where the land is higher or lower. For an example, mountains are high and valleys are low. So if you will be flying from Cape Town to Johannesburg, and then you pass in a place like this, you will be able to see that some places are higher and some are lower. All right. So remember, you measure the height of a place by how high it is above the sea level. So from here, let me do this. Let me do this, wait. Okay, yes, I wanted a pointer. So remember, you measure the height of a place by how high it is above sea level. As you can see here, they are saying the highest point of the mountain is 750 meter altitude. So we don't measure how high the place it is by centimeter or millimeter. We measure it by meters. So here they have calculated that, wait a moment. They have calculated that from this point, which is the sea level, as you can see, from the sea level until here, it is 750 meter altitude, all right? So the sea is flat and the sea level is measured 0. As for the sea level is here, it's where the land meets the sea. As you can see, this will be the land, and then down here, it will be the sea. The sea will meet here with the land. We call this the sea level, and it is measured 0 meters. You see this? It is measured 0 meters. So the height that a place is above sea level is described as an altitude. Let's move. Okay, guys, I want you to tell me this. Where do you think this picture was captured? Where do you think this picture was captured? You can raise your hand, okay. Which just says Cape Town. Okay, somebody raised their hand. Let me unmute you.
Ma'am, I think it was Ma'am, ma'am, ma'am,
Faith?
ma'am,
Yes, yes.
ma'am, it was captured in Cape Town.
It was captured in Cape Town, right? Thank you very much. You're correct. So let's move.
Ma'am,
Yes,
ma'am, the picture was taken on a plateau in Cape Town.
it was taken on a plateau in Cape Town. Thank you, Amo. Okay, let's move. We have a class activity. Number 1. You need to look at the picture above.
I think
What's happening? Who's unmuting you? I will unmute you to talk, please. All right, guys, let's look at the picture above. You raise your hand. I will recognize you and unmute you. You don't unmute yourself, please. Okay, so look at the picture above. Do you see a place that is below 300 meters above sea level? Yes, Letu? Letu?
Yes, ma'am, I can see.
Yes, do you see it, right? It is near to what?
It's next to a table mountain, ma'am.
It's below the Table Mountain, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Gosh.
Sea level. Identify the land that is between 300 meter and 1,000 meter above sea level. Who wants to answer me? Letu, did you raise your hand?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you can answer me. Identify the land that is between 300 meter and yes, that's correct. Clap hands for yourself.
Thank you.
Okay, let's continue. Let's move to number 3. What is the highest point on the photo? What is the highest point on the photo? Line.
Ma'am, it's Table Mountain, the peak of Table Mountain.
How many meters?
1,000 meters.
1,000 meters. Thank you very much. Lisedi on the group chat says it is the Table Mountain. Yes, I can see your answer. Thank you, Lisedi. Let's move. Name the lowest place on the photo. The lowest place on the photo, we have Sakura. Sakura?
Ma'am, it's the beach.
Come again. Sakura. Your mic is breaking. Okay, let's move to Amo. Amo also raised her hand. What's the answer, Amo?
Ma'am, it's sea level.
It's sea level. How many meters is the sea level?
0 meters.
All right, thank you very much. That's the correct answer. On the group chat, we have says it is the sea level, and Faith also says it is the sea level. So guys, your answers are correct. Let's move. Let's move to the next slide. It's not moving. Okay, the land is never completely flat. This is what you must know, that the land is never completely flat. There are three main relief areas in South Africa.
Ma'am,
Yes? What's happening here? Wait,
Ma'am, we can't see.
you can see the slide, right?
yes, ma'am.
I don't know what happened. Wait a minute, be patient with me. Let me get it now. No. It kicked me out for a moment. It kicked me out for a moment. Let me get the slide for you guys. Are you still there? Wait a moment.
Yes, ma'am.
And completely flat, right? I said that the land is never completely flat. There are three main relief areas in South Africa. All right, there are three main relief areas in South Africa, which are the coastal plain, as we saw on that picture. The coastal plain is where the sea and the land meet, and it is measured 0 meter, right? Yes. So the land is never completely flat. There are three main relief areas in South Africa. The coastal plain is a low area that is along the coast at an altitude of between 0 to 500 meters. It is where the land meets with the sea, and it is calculated 0 to 500 meters. So the Plahu, it is a high, flatter area in the interior of the country, mostly above 50-meter altitude. Did you get that, guys? And then we have the escarpment. It is where the land rises steeply between the coastal plain and the Plahu. It is mainly mountain range. I'm gonna give you, I'm gonna do this to show you. Wait, I'm gonna do this. Okay, let's just say this is it's the sea. Let's just say these, you see these blue things, it is the sea, the things that I'm drawing here, it is the sea, and then we have the land, the land. We have the land, which is, let me get another color. We can say the land, it is in red. This is the land. So this is where the sea is, and this is where the lands meet. And then it will go like this. It will go up. It will go up there. And then we can say the coastal plain, this is the coastal plain. We can say this is the coastal plain where the sea meets with this land, and then the Plahu is a flatter area in the country. It is the upper area. This is the flatter area. Mostly it is where people live. It is flat. It is that side of Gauteng, Mpumalanga, KZN. It is that side. We will see tomorrow when we look at these three main areas of South Africa in details. So we have the escarpment. The escarpment, it is this part. It is this upper part. It is the steep part. The steep part, it goes higher, and then it rises very sharply, and it is difficult to go up here. So we call this the escarpment. All right. I just wanted to clarify that because of the technical error that we had. Yes, so let's move. So guys, if you need help or looking deeply on the things that we're doing, you can download this textbook on Snaplify. You will get everything that we were doing, and then you will be sorted. All right. I apologize for the problem that we had. I didn't know what happened. I was also kicked out. So tomorrow we will be learning about the three main physical areas in South Africa, which we were learning about. So please come. I believe things will be better tomorrow. We won't have any technical issue. And guys, you should enjoy your next class and come back tomorrow, please. Oh, the book. Okay, somebody's asking on the group about the book. Let me just go back a little bit. Okay, you can take your phone and then you go to Google Store. Google Store, right? Yeah, Google Store. We call it Play Store. And then just like the way you delete, you download WhatsApp, you can write Snaplify, and then the app will come there, and then you will be able to download all this textbook for free, and other subjects are also there as well. So yes, guys. So for your homework, guys, please, I want you to go right in details. I want you to do this. I want you to do this. Go investigate more about the coastal plain, the plateau, and the escarpment. I want you tomorrow to tell me about them before the lesson starts. And we will be explaining how we identify those three main relief areas in South Africa. So please go and read about them: the coastal plain, the plateau, and the escarpment. You do that, you download those textbooks, and then you will find all the answers there. Tomorrow we'll be discussing about it. Okay. Thank you very much. So you should enjoy your next class and come back tomorrow. Thank you very much, guys.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.